Hi and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm in the car driving to the starting point of my next adventure. On this occasion I'm going to be in the northern fells of the Lake District. Not as popular as the rest of the Lake District, but behind Skiddaw and Blencathra there are a whole range of fells to explore. So I'm heading up the valley at Moresdale, with Bowscale Fell on my left and Carrock Fell on my right. So at the end of this road is a free car park where I'll be leaving the car and I'll be setting off up towards Lingy Hut. I'd be happy today if I can bag 2 Wainwrights, High Pike and Carrock Fell. I have been up this way before and stayed in Lingy Hut with a group of friends. It's an amazing place to stay, especially on a day like this where the weather is quite harsh. So if the hut's empty, that's where I plan to spend the night. Just a quick one, if you like these videos that I put out, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Thank you. So I'm finally here and it's lashing it down. So I'm just going to get me stuff sorted and head off out. I did call in Greg's and got some sausage rolls. It's going to be waterproofs all the way, I think. I'm going to get sorted and I'll get back to you once I'm on the road. So you never guess what I've just done. I've just broken the selfie stick. So I'm handheld. And I've had to put my tripod on the back of my pack. Never mind. I'm in the Northern Lakes, just behind Blencathra. And I'm on my way up towards Lingy Hut. I've stayed there before with a group and I might stay there tonight. That'd be very nice, but it might have somebody in it, so I might not. Hopefully I'm going to bag 2 Wainwrights, one of which is High Pike. I want to bag them. And Carrock, I don't know what it's called, Carrock Hill or something. The weather is going to be really bad. I guess I fall in the category of these crazy people that still go out when it's bad weather. With that in mind, roll the disclaimer. At no point during this hiking adventure was I out of my comfort zone. Everybody's comfort zone is different and individuals should be confident in their abilities and equipment. I always make sure that I have the appropriate equipment and clothing. Also, it's probably not a good idea to drink copious amounts of alcohol on a mountain. So here I am in Lingy Hut, but I'm not staying in here yet. I'm going to go off to High Pike first because it's still quite early, and then I'm going to make my way back here, and if this is empty I'm going to stay in here tonight. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. at the top of High Pike most likely. Well, I don't know if you can hear us, but I'm at the top of High Pike now. I'm just sitting in the stone circle in a little bit of a break. I'm going to head off back down to that Lingy hut, I think. It's wild up here, but class. Absolutely amazing. There's nowhere I'd rather be right now, apart from Tenerife on a beach. That's probably like the only place. I can imagine a few other ones, but this comes pretty close. I'm going to set off back down to Lingy hut and make myself a coffee and decide where I'm going to stay for the night. Hopefully no one turns up to Lingy hut. I'll just stay there. Catch you in a bit. It's bloody cold. I've got a nice coffee though, so I'm going to try and stay in the bothy. I'm definitely going to stay in the bothy if I can. There's nobody in here at the minute, and I guess it works on a first come first served basis. Although somebody else might come in, but if need be, I've got my tent. I can go and pitch it somewhere, but it's out of the wind here. Really nice. So I have plenty of snacks for tonight. Tell you what I'll do, I'll show you around this bothy. So in this bothy, you've got the door in. To the left of the door, you've got your coat hangers, putting your wet coats on. Some ingenious person's put a line up here for drying other stuff. You've got one bench, two bench, three benches next to the window, and it's the only window. You have the logbook just here. Here you have the kitchen, I guess, where you're meant to do your cooking anyway. Somebody's left some candles and a lighter, an all-day breakfast meal, some cards and some wipes. You have your fire blanket there with some notices on the wall. Bothy rules, no, bothy code I should say. You've got a brush for cleaning up and also a spade. And I haven't read that yet, but I'm assuming that spade's for if you need to, haven't brought your own trowel and you need to go poop. An excellent chair there. And this is new since the last time I was in the bench. And also this sleeping pad is new. I've just had a nice cup of coffee there, and I've had a few nips of whiskey. Actually, it's not whiskey, it's Southern Comfort. It warms the cockles all the same. So I'm going to hang fire before I start cooking any food or eating anything yet. I'm just I've put my base layer on. Incidentally, it's a new base layer I'm getting. Bottoms and the top My partner bought us them, and it's merino wool, and I thought, I've heard good things about it, so I put my normal ones aside and brought me merino wool ones. Now, first thing I noticed about them is they're really light and like really thin. Now, I have used the bottoms on my last trip to Angleton, and they're warm. I wouldn't have said they're any warmer than the other ones, but they're more comfortable, and they must have better drying properties and wicking properties and stuff. But I've got them on now, and I'm definitely a lot warmer. But I've also got a warmer jacket on this time. I've had this jacket for a while, but it does make the difference having a nicer warmer one on. But it also makes a difference staying in a hut. I love staying in huts and stuff. It's better when you've got people with you. The last time I was in here was with a group of people from work, and it was a right laugh. It was brilliant. We went up Knott. This time I've been to High Pike to tick that one off. So I've just been outside having a little look about, because it's cleared up. All the clag's gone. Plus I had a little look to see if there's anybody coming making their way to the hut. Not as yet. But I was just thinking, I've still got some wainwrights to do around here on the Northern Fells, and the Northern Fells are notoriously not as popular as the rest of the lakes. I don't know why. I just don't think it's. I think people see Blencathra and Skiddaw and think that's it, but there's a whole range behind it. So I think in the summer there's a few wild camps I'm going to do on the summits, including Skiddaw and Blencathra. I've never camped on the top of there. I've been up them both a few times, but I've never camped on there. But I think that's a one for the summer. And there's also another one just out the funny. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put the name up here. But I can't remember what it's called, but it looks tremendous. And I think in the summer it will be really good to camp on there. And there's Great Carver. I think it's called Great Carver. I'll put the name up here as well. That one, I've never been up there. I've never hiked up there. I've never been to the summit or wild camped or anything. But I fancy exploring the Northern Fells. I think it's overlooked a bit. And there's always this backup of this Lingy hut, if you can get in it. There's no one turned up yet. It's around about 4:30, but it isn't quite dark yet, so there's still time. I don't suppose it really matters. So it's about 5:10 now, and it's pitch black outside, or nigh on pitch black, and no one else has turned up. It's unlikely that somebody will be turning up now, so it looks like I've got the place to myself. Unless I've been here before and Cumbrian Weir Waters have turned up, but it doesn't matter. But I'm not moving out of here now. I'm going to get settled. I'm going to take these boots off, put some warm socks on, put a mat down on the floor so I've got somewhere to put my feet. Because the floor is pretty wet and cold, like damp and cold, and especially where I've had my boots, it's wet. I've got a leak in my right hand boot. Bugger. Looks like new boots for me, because I can't be doing leaky boots. Definitely not. So I'm all set up now. The roll mat down, because I've decided I don't like the concertina one. It's too bulky, it's massive. I like the roll mat one. I might even upgrade to a one that I can just fold up, like a foil thing. It's only to reflect the heat back up. I've got my insulated I've got my insulated air mattress, the Berghaus one, and my OEX lithium. I don't know what it's called. I don't think anybody knows how to pronounce it, but I've got that anyway. The Four Seasons sleeping bag, and my 2 pillows as usual. Unfortunately, the tent's not getting used. I've got my rubbish bag there. Plan on taking everything away with us. One of my boots is leaking. The one nearest to us. So my right hand foot was fairly cold because it was wet. It looks like I'm gonna on the horizon of getting some new boots. I'll probably just go for the same ones. These have lasted around about a year. I know that doesn't sound like a long time, but my God, they've had some hammering. Maybe I want to upgrade to a more expensive one, but what these cost, you get them for about £120 now, £130. I know it sounds like a lot, but they've got a Gore-Tex sock in, so like they're supposed to keep your feet dry, and they have done. I've had 3 pairs of these, and they've lasted an adequate length of time, and I'm quite happy with them. So I'll probably just get another pair of these for the price. If they last 6 months, I'm happy. It's probably one of the most important pieces of equipment. Keeping your feet dry, it keeps your feet warm. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. If your feet are dry, your feet are warm. So a good pair of boots makes sense. And you could pay a fortune for a pair of boots, and at the end of the day you could damage them and they'll leak, and you've wasted all that money. I'd rather have a decent, moderate pair. Anyway, as you can probably tell by my voice, I'm on the alcohol. Yes, you guessed it, Captain Morgan Spice Rum. I've had a little bit over the top, and I do have some Southern Comfort in a little hip flask if I didn't have enough already. So I'll probably not wake up in the morning, to be honest. No one's been up here yet. It's nearly 7 o'clock. I know that sounds early, but it's been dark for a while. I've got my head torch up there shining down, so I've got a little bit of light, and I've also got my battery charger plugged into it, so it's constantly charging, so it's not going to go out. I haven't actually had any hot food yet, but I'm not particularly bothered. I'm just I've got my nice warm socks on, but I've got me sit mat down, so like my feet stay dry. It's pretty cold, so I've put this my Jetboil zip on because I don't know about anybody else, but I tend to, every time I go out, I tend to buy a fresh canister of gas. It's only like carrying a small one, but what tends to happen is you use it and then you don't know whether you've got to have enough gas for the next one, so you buy a new one and you've got like 106,000 gas canisters in your house, which you're not going to use. So I thought I'd just bring 2 of me half used ones and get some use out of the last of this one. So this one's now on empty, but I've got it on just burning away. It's better than chucking it in the bin with some gas in. Guess I'm using it. I might actually keep the gas canister and get one of them transfer valves, like a transfer pipe, and like you put one in the freezer so it contracts really cold, and then you put the other one in a warm room, like a big canister in a warm room, and connect them up and transfer the gas over, so you refill your little gas canisters from a big one. So you save a canny bit of money doing that. I don't know if it's just too much of a arse on, like, to be fair, but I'm just using the rest of that gas. I'm going to keep the gas canister. So I've got the hut to myself, which is nice. I've had food, I've had quite a bit of alcohol. So as far as bothies go, this is quite a nice bothy, considering I only know of 3 in the Lake District, 2 of which are near Fleet with Pike, the slate mines. Over one of them's overlooking Buttermere, and the other one's just up from that. So they're more or less in the same place. And they're very popular, very well known. This one, Lingy Hut, is in the north of the Lake District, which isn't very well known, isn't as popular. But I've been looking at their logbook and it's used quite a bit. So I think I'm pretty lucky that I've getting it all to myself for tonight. But as bothies go, it's a nice bothy. Obviously it's not a stone building, so there's no stove or fire with a chimney, so you can't have a fire in here. So it gets a little bit cold, so you're going to have to still rely on your kit to keep you warm. But it does provide some cover from the wind, and I think the people who maintain them are amazing. So I've managed to illuminate myself. I'm just about done for the night. So I'm nice and comfy. What a fantastic day I've had. I've bagged a few wainwrights. I've had loads of food. I've probably half the weight of my pack by eating the food that's in there. I went totally overboard. That's probably why I kind of shifted, because I just keep eating it. Never mind, I'm happy. And I've still got a little bit of whatever that is. It's like whiskey but sweeter. Southern Comfort, that's what it is. It's nice. So I'm just sipping away on that. But I'm going to chill now, and I'm going to watch a little bit of a film, and I'm going to see you in the morning. Good morning, happy campers. I had a canny sleep. It's around about 20 to 8, but still pitch black, still dark. So I'm all packed up, all my gears away. I'm just about ready to head off back down to the car. It's not far, it's about half an hour, 40 minutes, because it's downhill. So I've enjoyed this little stay at this hut. It's been very nice. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like and drop a comment. I always try to answer. I don't get many comments, so 9 times out of 10 I'll answer them. I'll see you later. See you on the next one.